And right now we're tracking a lot of scattered thunderstorms across the country, including a couple of severe thunderstorm watches. The latest one issued until 1 a.m. local time. And again, scattered thunderstorms also across the southeast, moving into Florida as well. And let's move into Florida. In fact, today is June 2nd, the second day of June, also the second day of the Atlantic hurricane season. And that's where we find our compadre, Jim Cantore, storm tracker Jim Cantore, tracking on South Florida to see how they are preparing for this year's hurricane season. Jim?
Hey, Paul, good to see you, man. In HD, you look even better, big fella. Hey, we're going to be back at you guys. Talk about this seasonal forecast issue. What's the deal with it? In case you're one of those viewers still wondering what they mean exactly, we are going to tell you as we bring you EE in HD.
We're starting this week with more stormy and severe weather. Chicago, Indianapolis, we've got the timeline on when these storms will reach you.
Hey, ice cream! How about some cold water? Well, you need something to cool you down as temperatures heat up in the south. And find out where you could see highs hotter than 100 this week.
It's day 2 of the Atlantic hurricane season, and we've already had our first tropical system. What's left of Arthur? And could we see a new storm in the eastern Pacific? Dr. Steve Lyons details the tropics coming up.
Good evening and welcome to the very first evening edition in High Definition. I'm Paul Goodlow.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexandra Steele. Well, it is an historic night here at the Weather Channel, the debut of our new High Definition studio. We can now bring you weather from many locations with the latest technology. Our weather maps and radar images are all in high definition, although our mission remains the same, to bring you the most accurate and comprehensive weather information and to help you prepare your families in the event of severe weather. So with that said, thank you for joining us on our very first night. We're glad to have you along. Now to our top story, and that, of course, severe weather tonight and even more severe weather expected tomorrow. So let's turn it over to Paul to see the situation right now. And Paul, really, where are the hot spots tonight?
They kind of scattered all across the country, from thunderstorms in Florida to thunderstorms across parts of the northern Rockies and High Plains. So yeah, it's a lot of real estate to cover, so let's jump right into it. You can see our severe thunderstorm watches. Let's zoom on towards Montana. In fact, just to the east of Billings, these thunderstorms are rolling, have history producing some penny-sized hail as they continue to roll across Interstate 94. As we slide a little farther on towards the south and to the east, we're also dealing with thunderstorms, within our new severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. across parts of central South Dakota. We're talking about very heavy rain, large hail, lots of lightning as well, not to mention gusty winds. Those are the main threats with these thunderstorms as they continue to race on towards the east, just north of the interstate. As we slide on towards parts of central and western Kansas, a few isolated thunderstorms popping up here, but we can still see these continue to go severe as we head over the next several hours as well. Kind of a cold rain falling tonight across parts of the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. Again, almost a solid sheet of rain covering most of central and southern Wisconsin at this hour. Now, as we slide a little farther on towards the south and dealing with some nasty storms coming across the Indiana-Ohio border, also moving into extreme southern Michigan at this time. Again, a lot of isolated, scattered, severe here, but nothing concentrated. As we head further south in the southeast, you need some rain. Atlanta, you're dry tonight. Thunderstorms make it middle Georgia southward and southeastward on towards the coast. A few nasty storms heading on just north of Savannah right now. Even Hilton Head, watch out, could see some nasty storms. But needed rain continues to fall across parts of South Florida. This is some good news. We desperately need some rain. But in terms of the forecast for severe weather, we are still watching a pretty broad area, seeing widely scattered thunderstorms tonight, including St. Louis back towards Des Moines and even perhaps North Platte, seeing some scattered thunderstorms. That's tonight. As we look ahead towards tomorrow, we're still going to see an inflow of plenty of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, acting with our storm system to bring another threat of severe weather tomorrow across the Midwest and also the southern Great Lakes. Chicago, you're also in this target zone, as well as St. Louis, and stretching eastward into the Ohio Valley as well. And one of the ingredients with these thunderstorms is a lot of moisture, but also, Alexandra, a lot of heat coming in from the south, where some areas are still dealing with record heat, and it's only the second day of June.
Yeah, Austin, 101 today. Houston, 97 degrees. So these temperatures on the whole between about 10 and 13 16 degrees above average in the deep south, and you're going to get even warmer tomorrow. So let's talk the heat. Maximum high temperatures today. You can take a look, 87 in Atlanta. We should be at 84 this time of year. In Atlanta and in Birmingham have not hit 90 yet. It looks like we'll do it tomorrow or the next day. Philadelphia, you managed to get to 80 today, so you see where the warmth is. All the way from Los Angeles south toward the Atlantic Ocean, so incredible warmth. Charlotte, 86 today, above average for you. Tampa at 93. Baltimore in the 70s, 79. You'll be even warmer tomorrow. And look at Washington, 81 degrees today. So here's the warmth along the southern tier of the country, but take a look at the forecast. Really a big divide between what's happening in the northern tier of the country and what's happening in the southern tier. And here's this divide. You can see where the warmth is for tomorrow, certainly through Texas, Louisiana, making its way eastward, but north of this jet stream, 20 degrees below average in Minneapolis. So Denver, you're cool. Seattle, Portland, Milwaukee, you're 10 to 15 degrees below average. Conversely, on the south side, you're much warmer. And as we head toward Thursday, there you go. Charlotte, Atlanta, even toward the Ohio Valley and into the northeast, you get into the heat, 10 to 20 degrees above average. Paul?
Well, still ahead, our seasonal hurricane forecast worth the paper they're written on? Well, the experts weigh in. Plus, much more from our storm tracker Jim Cantori, who's live in Florida.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes. We highlight the areas to watch for the next 7 days.
Plus, the next big weather maker. See when it could form and eventually produce severe weather for the northern plains.
Well, it's that time of year. You're headed to the beach, and we've got your beach forecast. See where the water temperature is almost as warm as the air temperature.